What up, fam? So today I got a very special guest, and I have never done one of this before, but I've heard, all right, I listen, and I'm going to give it to you. So a lot of you, beside wholesaling, you want to get into either the fix and flip, you want to buy and hold, maybe you're looking to buy your first investment, maybe you're looking to buy your first house. And, there's a lot of lender out there, but you're like, hey, Khang, who's someone good that will take care of me, that are legit, that will get the things done and get it done for me and make it a hassle-free, transaction. So I brought you guys on. It's exclusive. My soft money lender, not hard, soft, baby. So we're going to get you taken care of for any kind of lending that you need on your real estate purchase, single family, multifamily apartment. I'm going to have Nate break it down to you, what kind of requirement that they're looking for and things like that. But obviously being a part of the family, we'll make sure that we'll get you guys taken care of and get you the best rate ever. And I'll leave the link right down below in the descriptions for those of you who wants to use my lender. So Nate, welcome.
My man, Khang, always a pleasure, my man. Always got to go get that money.
And Nate, dude, I want to say, man, thank you so much for taking time to jump on and do this, because I know you're a busy guy, man, because you got money going in, going out, left and right, baby.
You know it. You already know.
So Nate, let's break it down regarding when it comes to lending. I guess what people probably want to know is what do you guys lend on, and what are the requirements, and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So, company that I'm just so fortunate to work with and for and help run sales for is Lima One Capital. And we pride ourselves in being a very diverse lender, because we know there's no one size fits all real estate investor, and that's from the realms of experience to the realms of doing different investment strategies. Like you said, whether it's wholesaling, turning into flipping, turning into BRRRRs and holding rentals, turning into building new construction, or multifamily and everything in between. And that's what we service, is people in all of those investment strategies. So what does it take to get a loan? What are some of the requirements? There's a number of ways that we can look at this, but the bottom line is, coming back to, we service a very diverse amount of opportunities for investors, because we'll lend to people of many shapes and sizes. So whether this would be your first acquisition of a rental property, your first fix and flip, all the way to you do one fix and flip a day. We work with investors of all shapes and sizes. Our company is built to service real estate investors. We don't lend to anybody else. We don't lend on owner-occupied homes, just investment properties. So really, there's a number of realms that we would look for, but the bottom line is, we just need an application. You need to have some realm of, decent credit, we'll call it. The more favorable credit, typically you do get a little bit better interest rate. You do have to show some money in the bank, because we got to see that you have some liquidity to make sure you can execute on a real estate transaction. And then again, the experience helps you maybe get some better terms on some of our products, but it's not a requirement. Our process is built for investors, and we know investors need speed, ease, and execution. And along with that, we'll give you great terms. We promise you that, especially with our partnership. Again, check the link in the comments below. But that's really all we need. So I can go into any more detail you would want, Khang, but just connect with us and we can walk you through the process. That's what our sales army is there to do, is be consultants for you and make the process easy.
Fantastic, man. And I know that, when I chat with Nate too, and he said, hey, we're very competitive. We want to give you guys the best that we can, and obviously get you guys taken care of. And he said, basically, with anything that you guys get, I mean, the chance of them beating the competitions are pretty high.
I mean, so, absolutely. Yeah. And look, we like to use this best loan guarantee policy. So if you think you got a better loan than us, show us what you got, and we'll guarantee you get the best loan. Way more often than not, it's going to be with us. And if by chance you got a better option, we'll tell you that. So either way, you're going to get the best loan guarantee.
Nice. So now, Nate, let's talk about, let's just say that I go through the application, I'm approved, everything is good. Typically, how quick can you guys close on a deal?
Yeah, really, really good question. So look, we're all about setting proper expectations. So I'll be a little granular with this. Realistically, we move very quickly on what we call a bridge loan, which is going to be our fix and flip specifically, but also new construction. It typically, right now, given the market, we're around 3 weeks. We can close sooner than that. especially if you're a repeat client. But for a first transaction, I'm going to call it 3 weeks. On a rental loan, which we do a ton of, it's a little bit longer process, closer to about 4 weeks. Usually our average right now is 25 calendar days, but I'm gonna round it up because we like to be conservative. And then on a multifamily property, you're typically looking at about 30 days as well.
Gotcha. Okay. And Nate, when it comes to an investment property, is there particular states that you guys don't loan to?
We are a nationwide lender. Unfortunately, we aren't in every state, but we're in 46 states. I believe it's Vermont, both Dakotas, and Alaska. We don't currently lend in. That may change in the near future, but any other state, any other region, we'll lend in. And again, back to us being a diverse lender, we'll lend in primary markets, in more rural areas. That's one of the things that's really allowed us to scale and grow, is that we're not too nitpicky on exactly where we lend. We just want to see, good investment, good investor with a good investment plan, and that's it.
Gotcha. And Nate, so let's just say that I got a property under contract, and as far as the like proof of funds, if we go through you guys, do you guys provide proof of funds?
Yeah,
Letter.
really good question. Absolutely. So we and our sales team will do that for free. There's absolutely no cost to get a pre-qualification or a proof of funds letter specifically. All you need to do realistically is just call us up, have a conversation. One of our sales consultants will get the necessary information to then be able to deliver you proof of funds letter and form that you can go bring to your sellers and make sure that you deliver the confidence. At the same time, many a times we'll even offer for, if the seller ever has any questions or doubts, they can call us to speak on your behalf, just to give them confidence in us being able to lend to you and on the property.
Love it, man. And you guys, I'll put the link to Nate and I partnership link down below. Also, too, is phone number and email for those of you who want to contact. Nate really put out a specific teams just for our family to take care of anything that comes in, and obviously they want to make sure that they execute and they can jump on us fast. Because I know a lot of you have been asking me, hey, Khang, a lot of sellers that I talk to, and they're like, hey, I need proof of funds, I need this, I need that. Well, we got you. So Nate, I guess my next question would be, do you guys do on land? You guys loan on land?
Yeah. So good one. It's not too tricky, but the way we lend on land is only if you're coming with the plans to build. So we need plans and budget, to see what you're going to build, because we finance more of the construction component. So of course we'll lend on the land and give leverage and money on the land, but our main sort of focus is on the construction loan. So we lend on land plus construction. We don't lend on just land. But if you're a builder or you want to build, most of the time you probably need to know exactly what you're going to build ahead of time to make sure that your land is going to make sense. We do not, unfortunately, lend on raw land that needs to be, subdivided or developed. It needs to be, what you call maybe shovel ready or infill lots. It doesn't have to be infill, but those are the most common types of land that we'll lend on.
Gotcha. And Nate, also too, so once I got a property on a contract, do you guys send inspector or appraiser out to look at the property before you lend?
Really good question. So we have a number of different ways that we can get valuations depending on some different variables. So typically, though, there is going to be some form of inspection. And really, that's just for not only us, but to also help you with some due diligence. We know that can be, tricky at times when you're going direct to sellers and, buy in any condition, fast cash now. But typically there's some easy sort of pitches you can give the seller just to ensure that, we get in the door, or our inspectors get in the door. But typically we're only needing about one inspection, but there are scenarios where we can do it without inspections on certain fix and flip loans specifically.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think what Nate just mentioned, it's extremely, it's a key for a lot of you who wants to get into the whole fix and flip, especially if it's your first fix and flip and you're rushing into it and you don't get like a second opinion. That's where the lender comes in. They make sure that, basically they protect you as well, because maybe things that you don't know. And how long have you guys been doing this, Nate?
Yeah, good question, man. So we've been doing this since about 2011. And that doesn't sound like that long. I mean, it's over a decade, But our industry is pretty new. I mean, the mortgage industry is very old, but our section of the mortgage industry, I love how you said soft money, but private lending we prefer. You can call us hard money. It doesn't really matter what you call us. But the space has only been institutionalized for about 7 or so years, maybe a little bit more. So we've been in it well before that. Our founders are Marines, so we're sort of military-esque core values and principles. And they were, and we are roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty and just get stuff done type of mentality. But we've been doing this for quite a while. We started locally, regionally in the Southeast, and then quickly became nationwide. And what I'll add on top of the comment you gave about, us being a second pair of eyes, one thing that we pride ourselves on that's not that common out there in our industry, we have full in-house construction management and full in-house servicing. So we don't sell your loan. We are not just originating and then pushing it off to somebody else. We are writing this loan because we're with you to the end of it. And so with that, our construction management team is run by builder, flipper, and a number of people who are active in real estate investment as well. They know what they're doing. You're speaking to Lima One about the budget if needed. It may not be needed, but if you need that second pair of eyes and some help on anything, that's what we can bring to the table, additional, just giving you really good leverage and money.
Dude, that is so powerful because I know, and I've heard stories, people that comes in, they get private money lender from their friends or parents or whoever, acquaintance, doctor, lawyers that they know. They bought a piece of property, they don't do their due diligence, and boom, they got themselves in a big mess. And I think, having a lender like you guys, and they will basically, just like you mentioned, a second piece of eyes, making sure that you come out on top and profit on a deal and everybody wins.
I mean, you got to realize, look, I mean, we all know in a fix and flip that we don't know a lot, because once you start opening up walls, anything can happen. I flipped a number of properties myself, and I'd be lying if I said they all went the way I thought they'd go. We see thousands of submissions a month, and we close almost thousands of loans a month. And so we see a lot of action in all parts of the country. We like to think we know what we're doing. We probably may not know the deal as well as you by any means, but we can certainly together help you make sure that you're doing profitable deals, because for us, we don't want to lend on a deal that's not going to be successful or profitable. We have vested interest. We want you to be successful.
Fantastic, man. I like to keep this interview just short and sweet, because just a lot of you have been asking me regarding Khang, who do you use when you buy and things like that. And I just want to bring Nate on to share with you guys, especially in this market and the upcoming real estate market that we're seeing here. There's going to be a lot of changes with the real estate market. So for those of you who's into the fix and flip game, I think that you just need to, be more conservative on your purchase price, on your purchase amount, understanding that there could be, a 10 to 15% in the market corrections. A lot of you have been, going really thin on your fix and flip, maybe a year or 2 years ago. But the real estate market appreciates so quickly that you're able to get out and make money on it regardless. But I think within the next 6 months to 12 months, my belief that the real estate market it's going to take a little hit. And we actually discussed this in our mastermind. So getting a second pair of eyes, knowing that you're doing your numbers right, making sure that, basically Nate mentioned it already. Like, they want to see you come out on top. They want to see you win, and just profitable for everybody, because the way that they make their money is you're coming back again, making the money from that flip, comes back again, and just keep rolling it into another one. So that's what I want to say. Nate, anything that you want to say to the viewer, man, and be done?
No, just to piggyback on you, my friend, it's an interesting time. Things are changing. It's way more important to be diligent and conservative, because if you're conservative in your analysis and you crush your conservative expectations, you just make that much more money, right? So that makes it that much more better. And look, there's a lot of fear monger, headlines coming out here with all this, depreciation of home values. No matter what part we're in the cycle, there's always going to be good deal opportunities. The challenge is finding them at some points in times, and then making sure you have the right money to get through it. We have a ton of confidence in all of real estate investing. Some's going to, have a little bit more acceleration than others. But the bottom line, it's still a great time to be a real estate investor, whether new, experienced, any shape and size. There's still a lot of money to go get out there.
Dude, absolutely. And, I want to add this on top of that is, there is no best time to get in. You just got to think like an investor, which means it doesn't matter what market we're in, regardless if it's up, down, sideways, you always understand that you need to buy it at a deal. You need to buy it at a discount. If you're able to buy it at a deal at a discount, then you're going to come out on top and you're going to make money on it. It's the people that don't know and jump in and don't know what they're getting into, and they're paying, close to retail value for the property, and they betting on appreciation. I'm saying this is not the time to bank on appreciation. I'm saying this is time, not just this time, anytime. You just need to know how to buy it at a good discount, so you can come out profitable. But Nate, I want to say, dude, thank you so much for taking time to jump on to do this with me. For those of you, if you're looking for a good lender that can act quick and get it done for you, I'll pop the link in the descriptions. Call them. Chat with the team. They'll go through everything for you and see if it's a good fit for you. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, I'm sure that they can get it done for you, and they can get it done quicker and give you the best price ever. So Nate, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Right back at you, Khang. Appreciate you. Make sure you come through with Khang, because that's how we make sure you get the best deal too.
Fantastic, guys. The link is right there, the email and the phone number. Call them up. They do whatever you need them to do, and let's go get this money. Thanks a lot, Nate. Appreciate you, man. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I just want to keep this short and sweet. I want to bring on my private money lender to get you guys taken care of. For those of you who's looking for your first investment property, or you want to add on to your investment property, or you're looking for your first fix and flip, or get into the fix and flip because you're like, hey, Khang, I've wholesale some property, but I also want to get into maybe my first investment property. I want to fix it up. I want to get, and maybe the condition of the property cannot be lent with the bank. And here it is. This private lenders is the way to go. And after that, you can do a cash out refi with the bank, pull the money back out, and just keep rolling it into another investment piece of property. But anyways, you guys, I hope that this video adds some value to you. If you have any questions, just drop in the comment. Once again, the link is in the descriptions. If you want to jump on a phone call with the team so they can break down more, answer any question you have, get proof of funds letters, anything like that, link is in the descriptions. Until next time, you guys, take care and ciao.